أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Counsel, Assistant Counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good morning. Welcome once again to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. For our next item on our today's agenda, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair. Madam Chair, over to you.
Auzu billahi mina shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will call on Honorable Fall to lead us in Muslim prayers and Honorable Joyner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى سيدنا محمد وسلم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب اللهم إني أسألك بأني أشهد أنك أنت الله لا إله إلا أنت الأحد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Thank you, Madam Chair. Over to you.
Good morning, Mr. John.
Good morning, ma.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Bojan, can you interpret?
Very well. Very well, thank you. Aki kondo nako somanda beri. Nena mangula nuyu nena naka subasi.
Jamarek.
I'm fine.
Council, you may proceed.
Good morning, Mr. John.
John nena naka subasi.
Jamarek.
I'm fine.
Now, you were asked to bring some documents today. Do you have the documents?
Nena demba naila on purunga daldi anda ay documents. Nena anda ngayo.
New na ay documents.
Yes, I came with some documents.
Why register bi?
But the register?
Flash bila isi paksi demba mo deme suñ cartridge bi nekk account fofu dafa fit.
I only came with the
flash drive.
Flash drive.
So isina flash drive bo xamne mom la jox.
I have the flash drive of which I wish to give to you, Council.
All right. Can we please see the documents? What are the documents that you have currently with you?
Nena ban façon kayte nga andale?
Madam demba la jon nga ma register bi.
Yesterday I got the register.
The roster bi.
Roster.
List one down here.
I listed them down. Let me just check.
Bu mujjé moy sub tarif bi.
On the sub tariff.
We apply to tender 3 documents. The first, Royal Albert Market Shop Rentals Tariff. We have a flash drive that contains the It contains the market register. And the daily roster from yes, just the Royal Albert Market shop rental tariff and the flash drive that has the market register in it, to be admitted into evidence and marked accordingly.
So,
The Royal Albert Market sub-rentals tariff and a flash drive containing the register for the market. These two, the sub-rental tariffs and the flash drive, are admitted in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/MG/003.
As the commission places. Now, Mr. John, what is your relationship with the cashier? That is Umi Jain. She still works for council?
Nena Umi Jain lo boko ak mom wala lo séante ak mom nda mu ngi liggéey council ba légui.
Wa de mu ngi liggéey council ba légui waye ñu ngi ko transfer to records.
Yes, she's still working for council, but she have been transferred to records.
Since when?
Not depuis kañ?
Since in, I think, 2021.
I think it's since 2021.
Do you know the reason?
Nena ma xam nga lutax?
Reason bi moy li xewon fofu.
The reason is that what had happened there.
C'est la management jël decision pour.
What happened?
Nena lan mo xew?
Suppression mo fa amon.
There was a suppression.
What kind of suppression?
Nena ban façon suppression?
Revenue from council.
From council.
Now, who is the new cashier?
Nena legi kan moy cashier bu es bu fa nekk?
As of now, ñu fa am 2 cashiers.
Now we have 2 cashiers.
Because of that they have one more new issue for 2 cashiers, Yasin Jom and Hadijatu Juf.
Now they brought Yasin John and Hadijatu Juf due to the fact that what had happened there that caused them to bring 2 cashiers together.
Now, in the market, you have a cashier that is stationed in the market?
Nena si marché bi am nga fa cashier ki nga xam ne kooku si marché bi la nekk.
Wow, structure we no longer structure.
Yes, that was the structure.
And from 2018 to 2023, you have a cashier in the market that will collect revenue from the daily collectors.
Nena jóge ko 2018 ba 2023 dafa fa mel ni si marché bi am nga fa cashier boppa fi nga xam ne kooku moo dee jël xaalis bi nga xam ne collectors yi yooyu lañ jël.
Wow.
Wow. Yes.
Now, you pay to the cashier. In your statement on the second page, you had mentioned an issue of a tracking system.
Nena yow si cashier bi nga dee fay nena waaye soo seetee si sa statement bi de am na card bi nga xam ne wax nga fa foofu ne amu ngeen foofu lu ñuy wax tracking system.
Which you initiated.
Bi nga xam ne yow sa boppa yaa ko fa def.
To monitor the banking
pour nga mun a
of the cash.
Mun a monitor xaalis bi nga xam ne boobu lañ dee yóbbu si banque bi.
Is that so?
Nena ndaa loolu la. Yes, that is something that happened, and I came along with it.
Okay, please explain to us the tracking system, and then you may provide us with the documents that you have in relation to that.
Legi nga wax ñu sa tracking system bi ni nga ko defaree ba pare soo paree si loolu booba nga dal di dugal card bi ñu seet card bi nga amee.
Okay, the lum indicate.
The documents or the paper that what they indicate.
Collection date be best bin ko collect revenue be.
The revenue collected date.
Best bin ko deposit si bank be.
And the day it have been deposited to the bank.
Si feke daily la amount be.
If at all it is daily, the amount.
Si feke monthly la amount be.
If at all it is a month collection, the amount.
A total collection boom bank.
And the total collection that have been banked.
Lol my one data be day by day.
That was the data for day by day.
Now, so okay, the cashier is under you.
Then a cashier is nega.
It's under both me and the director of finance.
Both myself and the director of finance.
Yeah, I understand. The director of finance is ultimately your boss. All
then
of you working in the department.
Parce que hamna ne director of finance koku mom automatically sa boss la.
And the boss of the cashier, whosoever works in the finance department.
Nena ak tamit neka na boss cashier kep ko xamne mo ngi liggéey ci finance.
No, because the reason why I ask
Nena so gisee mu laajte la
is that it will appear that the cashier will just collect money from you and then be answerable directly to maybe the finance director.
Nena so gisee mu laajte la moy cashier bi mun na nekk yow soo ko joxee xaalis su jotee xaalis ci sa loxo mun na moom tamit mu dem uyu wala mu dem directly ci finance director.
Or finance manager.
Or finance manager.
Sorry, if I'm for miss.
I have something that I missed.
Mom. Or statement be. What is a statement be? Parce que mandu mo de fay cashier be. Mandu mo de me cash. Do fay cashier be.
I don't pay to the cashier and I normally don't have cash.
I did not say that.
Nena mo wax lolu de.
I want to know
mo ne mom lu bëgg xam moy
to have it very clear
pour mu leer
that the cashier is answerable to you while working in the market.
Nena bi nga nekk wala so lekk di liggéey ci marché bi cashier bi nga xam ne moo fa nekk kooku lu moy wax moy cashier bi mu ngi ci saron.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Because that will be the only reason as to how you will be able to monitor the monies that are collected and banked.
Nena li mu loolu rek moo mun a tax yow nga mun a monitor xaalis bi nga xam ne jotu ngeen ko ak xaalis bi nga xam ne dugal ngeen ko ci banque bi.
Waaw loolu mooy dëgg parce que saa yu demee banque moom su ñëwee.
Yes, that is the truth because anytime she go to the bank, whenever she's back,
daf ma am pour jox ma deposit slips si.
She do give me the deposit slips.
Ma post ko.
And I post them.
Après ma delloo ko.
And after I return them to her.
Su ko defee moom mu file ko post ko si cash book sami.
Then she can file it and post it in her cash books.
So where do you post this?
Nena far nga de post li.
Man la cashier bi.
Me or the cashier?
You.
Nena yow.
You need to speak up.
Nena da nga wax.
Si kayit ma la woon nii.
This document that I have shown you.
All right. Can I please have it? Do you have the copies or the documents from 2018 with respect to all the postings you have had, with respect to the reconciliation you have done with the cashier?
Nena am nga kayit yooyu nga xam ne jógee ko 2018 yëpp li nga xam ne def nga reconciliation ak cashier bi yaa ngi ko amee.
Li ma amee moo wone mooy banking sim daan def moom moo nekk si data bu ma doon post ni si kayit ma la woon ni.
All the data that I have posted on this document which I have shown you is all the transactions.
Since bu cashier bi ñëwee on the 9th of October 2018.
Since he came on the 9th of October 2018.
And the end date?
Nena ban bu moye be ban bis mo muje
Be
ban
18 February 2020.
18 February 2020.
Do you have the ones from 2020 to 2023?
Nena am nga bu joge ko 2020 be 2023.
Amna bu Yasin John from 2020 to
I have that of Yasin John from 2020 to
30th March 2021.
to 30th March 2021.
Why 2021? Is there a reason?
Nena lanata 2021.
Later I switched the code of CDCC on the PC because
Later-
time I'm on PC.
It has been
Computer.
switched to the PC due to the fact that at that time we have PC.
So can you give us printouts from the from your personal computer?
Nena mba mun nga ñu jox wala nga jox ñu printout yi nga xamne yoy mo joge ci sa PC bi moy personal computer bi.
Mango amé suma computer fele way dama ko isi walé wut.
I have them in my computer but I did not come along with them.
Okay, so let me make it easy for you. You've had you've had one cashier before, that's Umi Jan.
Nena la nga amé won ben cashier nga amé won muy Umi Jagne.
Wow.
Yes.
And for the period on a review 2018 to 2021, but she was transferred in 2021.
Nena joge ko 2018 be 2021. Nena 2021 lañ ko transfer.
Wow.
Yes.
Can I please have the printouts for the copies of the reconciliation?
Na legi
Umi Jagne.
nda mun na jot kayiti mu set li nga xamne printout si nga wone def nga ko si Umi Jagne.
We apply to tender the cashier banking details of Umi Jagne, the former cashier in the Albert Market, from the 9th of October 2018, the recordings, and the last date is the 10th of February 2020, into evidence as an exhibit. When in 2021 was she transferred? Do you know?
Nena mba xam nga kañ lañ ko transfer si ati 2021 bi.
No munuma am the exact date na kana mom si bopam na wara xam lolu.
I cannot know exactly
Wala management.
the exactly date that she have been transferred, unless herself or the management.
The cashier banking details covering the period 9th of October 2018 to the 10th of February 2020 is hereby admitted in evidence as exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/MG/004.
As the commission places. Now, after the transfer of your then cashier Umi Jagne, you had two new cashiers.
Nena sa cashier bi nga xam ne moo nekkoon saroon muy Umi Jagne buñ demee ba mu transfer nena léegi nga dal di am ñaari cashier si saroon nena ndaa du noonu.
Non la demee waaye ñëwuñ at the same time benn yoon.
Yes, that is correct, but they don't came at the same time. They
Yeah,
came one after the other.
Yasin moo ñëw after few months,
Yasin first came for about few months.
she and isi benen cashier moy Hadijatu Juuf.
Then another cashier was brought, and that is Hatiyatu
Hajra Juuf.
Waaw soo gisee ñu isi woon loolu.
The reason why they brought that,
parce que si data bi soo gisee banking liñ daan banque was not nekkutoon loo xam ne lu jaadu la.
because at this time the way they were banking was not a correct way of banking.
parce que cashier bi dafa daan wane xaalis bi dafa bëri mënut a dem everyday bank.
Because the cashier said the money is much plenty and she cannot be going to bank every day.
Please tell the witness to speak into the microphone.
Nena nga wasi mic bi mala wax wono non.
Dafa dajale ay bankings for almost 10 days.
She used to keep the monies or bankings for almost few days.
Musoko bank.
For almost 10 days.
Musi records si fele.
Almost 10 days is in the records, and she then used to go to the bank for banking.
Bi new director bi ñëwé.
When we had a new director.
Director of what?
Finance.
Director of finance.
She then a meeting.
She then called a meeting.
So is it she or he?
He.
He then called a meeting.
Mu auto meeting. Pour you introduce daily banking.
For the introduction of the daily banking.
Before 3 days banking, then started.
We started
in a week.
With 3 days banking.
Si biir week bi.
In a week.
Ñu def loolu ak benn cashier bi.
We did that with the one cashier.
The new cashier Yasin John.
That is the new cashier Yasin John.
Loolu mën a possible.
That was not possible.
Mu possible.
It was possible.
After few months.
Then after a few months.
You introduced daily bankings.
The daily banking was introduced.
Suñu liggéeyee tey.
If you work for today.
The next day si beneen bés bi.
The next day.
Then make sure ne cashier bi bank na li nga xam ne correction bu nekk si bu ñëw si previous day bi.
We make sure that the collection that was done yesterday have to be banked for today.
Si loolu leen nekk ba Camara, the director of finance.
That is how we were doing it until the director of finance, Mr. Camara.
Ba bi mu fa jógee ni.
Up to the time he left.
Now, when you were there, well, before the issue of Jan, Yasin John, was it manual reconciliation you had with her regarding the banking details that she will conduct?
Nena Yasin John
transactions.
Mom transaction am yi nga xamne def na ko ci yefi banque na lolu yeb dang ko amé manual li nga xamne dañ ko bind salo.
am na yima ici from the 22nd January 2021.
I brought some from 22nd January 2021.
Sorry, from 19 February 2020.
From 19 February 2020.
To 30th March 2021.
To 30th of March 2021.
That's manual recording.
Wow,
manual recording.
Wow,
yes, they are here.
And then you have the electronic recording when you had your computer.
Nena daldi am sa electronic recording bi nga am ne dem nga we jot sa computer bi.
Wow.
Yes.
And you will give us the printouts tomorrow.
Nena kon elek nga issue ñu printouts.
Monday.
Wala lundi.
Wow, inshallah.
Yes, inshallah.
May I please have the manual recordings? We apply to tender the cashier banking details of Yasin John. The start date is 19th of February 2020. And the end date is the 30th of March 2021 into evidence as an exhibit.
The cashier banking details of Yasin Jom, covering the period 19th of February through to 30th of March 2021, is hereby admitted in evidence as exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/MG/005.
As the commission places. Now the other cashier is Ms. Juve. Is it Khadija Juve?
Wow.
Yes.
Do you have the recordings for Khadija Juve?
And I'm going to record this big amne def nga ko ci bir Khadija Juve.
Wow, why bele you yep sit mungi suma data bi fele ci office bi.
Yes, I did, but they are all in my data in the office.
All right, please, we are requesting that you produce them on Monday.
Nena yoy yeb ñu ko laajte alterne nga dal di len di ici. Okay.
Now, let me ask that you be given a copy of the cashier banking details.
Nena legi lu mu ko moy pour ñu jox la copie ci cashier banking details.
Wow, lol na baax torop.
That will be good.
Good for what?
Nena na basilan.
Parce que dama ko soxla.
I will need them.
Okay, that is not the reason why I'm giving it to you.
Nena lol tax ñu jox la ko legi de.
So I want you to guide us with respect to the recordings in the cashier's banking details.
Nena dafa nga pour nga jappalé ñu ci recordings yi nga amné yo fa nekk ci cashier banking details bo.
The columns you have.
Nena columns yi nga amné am nga ko fofu.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. So, for instance, I see the first column is marked collection dates.
Then collection marking of collection dates.
Then you have deposit dates.
Deposit dates.
The next is amount daily.
Daily amount.
Amount monthly.
Well, amount monthly.
And the total.
And the total.
Do you mind to guide us through your invented cashier's banking details, which is very good?
Léegi pour nga jappalé ñu nga won ñu ci lo xamné yow bobu nga amé kansin banking details bi nga xamné mu sa kanam lool.
Lu mean pour ma read ko or pour ma explain or
you want me to read or to explain?
To explain.
Nena explain.
First column be collection date be.
The first column, that's the collection date.
Moy wone ne.
That indicates also that
bes sangam.
This very day.
For example, on Monday.
For instance.
Lundi.
Monday.
Dafa wonen receive wonen namo. Fe wonen ay namo ci country ci marché bi.
There was a revenue payment at the market.
And
you know the people, my juniors, they came and paid to me.
The second
column.
More deposit date.
That is the deposit date.
Deposit date.
When it is collected and paid to the cashier.
Bank.
And when the cashier goes to the bank,
date bi nek ci receipt bi nga xamne mom nak moom leen banque moom la cashier bi ici.
The date that is on the bank slip that the cashier brought.
loolu lay post si collection deposit date bi ne bés sangam.
That will be the day I post there to say on this very day.
Umi Jagne o Yasin demoon na bank.
Umi Jagne or Yasin went to the bank.
Bam demee sa bank ba.
And when she went to the bank.
Si next column bi mooy wone loolu lan la fa jëmoon defi.
And the next column will indicate what she went there for.
bu njëkkee mooy amount daily bi nga xam ne moom la ndawi daily isi woon.
The first one is the amount that the daily collectors brought.
beneen bi ci topp mooy bi nga xam ne ndaw yi ñi nga xam ne ñoo def feeku weer lan la gaay fay ci bés boobu.
And the following one is the one indicating those collecting for monthly, how much they brought.
loolu nag soo ko xaymee ñaari collection ñaari naama yooyu ñu fay cashier bi.
If those two revenues are calculated or added together.
si last column bi mooy wone tout li nga xam ne bés boobu loolu leen collect ci bés ba.
And the last column will be indicating all the total revenue collected.
li mooy woon njëriñi cashiers banking bii nii.
This was the reason or the benefit of or the importance of the cashing banking.
après lifin bi ma amee nii na wone ne.
This one that I have will be showing that or indicating that.
Director of Finance bi.
The Director of Finance.
mu ngi amoon a similar data.
He was having a similar data.
mun naa ko jox mu gis ko.
I can give it to you for you to inspect it or see.
data boobu mooy in digital la.
That data is digital.
Yes.
waaye di same one bi la rek. so da nga gis ne man every 2-3 days Director of Finance bi dama call ma send ko information si mu post ko si système am bi.
For me, every 2 to 3 days, I always call the Director of Finance and show him the system so that he can post it in his data.
time boobu ku ñuy wax Mohamed Cham moom moo nekkoon Director of Finance bi.
And that time, Mohamed Cham was the Director of Finance.
We apply to tender a memo from the Chief Executive Officer addressed to the Internal Auditor. The date is 9th of October 2020. The heading or the subject, suppression or misappropriation. And we have another memo attached to it. The date is 29th of July 2020 from the Acting Director of Finance to the Chief Executive Officer with the subject suppression or misappropriation of market revenue. We are about to have this admitted to evidence and marked as an exhibit.
A memo dated the 9th of October 2020, it is addressed to the internal auditor and it emanated from the CEO, and it has the subject suppression / misappropriation. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, Acting Director of Finance, Market Manager, and a file copy is maintained. The second memo is dated the 29th of July 2020. It is from the Acting Director of Finance addressed to the CEO, and it has subject suppression stroke misappropriation of market revenue, and it is signed and it is copied rather to the Lord Mayor, Internal Audit Director, Market Manager, and a file copy is maintained. And attached to the memo dated the 19th of July 2020 is the market collection analysis. These documents are admitted together as an exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/B.C.C/MJ/006.
As the Commission places. Now, the bank paying-in slips, the bank deposit slips, the bank paying-in slips.
Nina bank slips yi nga xamne fay nañ ko yi nga xamne jóge nañ ci banks moy banks paying slips.
Now, after confirming the date and the collection with the cashier,
Nena bi nga demee ba seet date bi nga xamne fay na ko ci cashier bi.
do you keep the bank slips?
Nena bank slips yooyu ndax danga ko dee denca.
Waaw bank slips yooyu soo ñëwee foofu am na area boo xam ne foofu leen dee denca yooyu.
Yes, when those bank slips are brought there, we have a place where we used to keep them.
So you have your bank slips from 2018?
Nena kon yaa ngi amee bank slips yu jógee ko depuis 2018.
2018 man fekkuma fa parce que maa ngi ñëw in 2018 August 2018.
That 2018 I wasn't been there. I just came August 2018.
In 2020 still responsible.
And 2020 that was the time I was responsible.
From January 2020.
From February 2020.
Yes,
because
that's true.
From 2018 August to August, Mbaye moo fa nekk as the manager.
It was Mbaye who was there from
diggante January
2018 as a manager. Between January.
You started in 2020, correct?
Then I have 2020 nga dooroon.
Yes, so you are right.
Yes.
Do you have the records from 2020?
Nena loolu dëgg la.
Dëgg la.
Nena na am nga records yooyu jógee ko 2020.
Deposit slips yooyu waa ñu ngi ko amee.
Yes, I have copies. Deposit slips.
Hard copies yi mu ngi fa.
The hard copies, they are there.
Right, thank you. Now, have you been audited? How, if yes, how are you audited? Is it every week, every day, every month?
Nena mbaa yow dañ la woon di audit su fekkee ne dañ la woon di audit naka la ñu di audité ndax bés bi semaine bi wala weer bi.
Internal audit.
The internal audit.
ñoom ñoo am seen own way of seen own schedule of auditing.
They have their own schedule of auditing.
Anytime they wish to come to the market, they will. Mr. John, how often are you audited?
Nena lu moy laajte mooy yow ñaata yoon lañ la di audit wala kañ lañ la di audit.
Loolu laa bëgg a leeral.
That is what I just want to make clear.
Go ahead, proceed.
ñoom duñ daan liggéeyee noonu.
They were not working like that.
ñoom su leen neexee la gaay di ñëw.
Then it depends the time they want, they need, they can come.
Li si leen nekk dañoo communicate ak ñun ne ñoom ñu ngi ñëw.
And sometimes they communicate with us to say we are coming.
Wala jël leen from this period to this period nga isi ko si office bi.
Or they will say now, okay, bring this from this period to this period and brought them to our office.
Su ko defee ñoom ñu mën a def foofu seen liggéey.
So that they can be able to do their job.
Mr. John, based on your experience, you've been there from 2020, how often do they come to the office? Or how often do they call you people, if they ever did, for the purpose of auditing?
Nena say kaw sa xam-xam bi wala sa experience bi nga xam ne am nga ko ci sa liggéey bi fa nekkee jóge ko 2020 nena ñaata yoon wala kañ lañ dee ñëw pour audit la.
Sometimes two to three times a year bi.
Sometimes 2 to 3 times in a year.
Okay, and other times?
And other times. Nena yeneen waxtu kañ lañ dafa dee ñëw.
Because time of in 2021,
when I was there in 2021,
bu new director of finance bi ñëwee woon mooy Camara.
When the new director of finance came, that is Mr. Kabara,
dafa assign on auditor bu ñoo wax Assane Diallo.
he assigned one auditor by the name Hassan Jallo
mu responsible for the auditing of the market.
to be responsible of the auditing of the market.
Now, because of your reconciliation with respect to the collection,
Nena sa reconciliation bi nga xamne ci kaw collection bi nga xamne am def nañ ko
of revenue
moy revenue
by the revenue collectors and the cashier,
moy revenue collectors yi ak cashier bi
and the banking transactions,
ak banking transaction details,
you will be able to be in a position to detect if there is any shortage
nena ci kaw lolu kon yow lolu dina la jox yoon wala pour nga mëna xam su fekkee ne am na ay manche yu xew.
You agree with that?
Nena nango nga lolu.
loolu moo wone ne.
That shows that
data bu ma doon use ni.
the data that I was using.
moo tax ma doon mën a gis su dara mën a amee ma mun koo gaaw a gis.
That is why I can be able to trace anything which goes wrong or went
yes,
wrong.
I agree. The data is very good. I had said that.
Nena nango na lolu te wax na ne data bi tam baax na.
It's really good for as a market manager to have this initiative.
Nena dafa baax te dafa war pour market manager nga am façon initiative bi.
In introducing a more robust recording system.
Pour nga introduce lo xamne lu war ci recording system bi.
So then why were you having frequent shortages with respect to the cashier then?
Nena kon la mo tax ngay am shortages ya nga am ne du sorienté ci cashier bi.
Not you in particular.
Nena waxut ne yow sa bopa.
I'm talking about the cashier receiving monies and not really paying it into the bank.
Nena lu may wone moy cashier légo-lég daf day jot xaalis bi nga xam ne du ko dee yóbbu pour def ko ci banque bi.
waaw foofu suma ndimbal foofu dafa xawoon a néew.
Yes, because of my assistant there was limited.
parce que soo gisee loolu li xew mu woon a xew.
But you see what had happened.
So dajale collection bu bari yóbbuwuloo ko ci banque.
If you have the collection and you don't take it to the bank.
pour monitor cash xaalis boobu dafa nekk li jafe.
To monitor that money, it will be very difficult.
How?
Nena si naka.
parce que 10 days nga denc xaalis.
Because if you keep money for 10 days.
nga bés bi nga bank nga war a bank 5 days nga bank 3 days.
And instead you bank 5 days, you bank 3 days.
yeneen 2 days yi. bank loo ko.
The other 2 days you didn't bank them.
fekk yow jël nga loolu ba pare.
And you have received that already.
loolu moo de isi jafe-jafe yooyu si suñu liggéey bi si côté boobu.
That is sometimes that brought the difficulties on the way we work there.
loolu unless auditors yi di ñëw frequently.
Unless the auditors used to come frequently.
ñoom tamit ñu def seen wàll si liggéey bi.
For them to do their parts on the job.
su ko defee loolu moo waral loolu moo gën a yombal liggéey bi.
That will make the work simple or easier.
Now, have you been reporting this?
Nena nda yaa ngi woon di report li.
verbal leen daan wax ñoom si loolu.
I was talking to them verbally.
waaye ñoom li ñu daan explain mooy amuñ the manpower.
But they were telling us or explaining that they don't have the manpower.
No, reporting it to your
director.
Yes, your director.
Nena reporting pour nga dem li yëgal ko sa director bi.
Waaw
def nga loolu.
waaw.
Yes.
How do you do this reporting?
Nena no ko reporté.
ab daan nekk verbal.
It was a verbal report.
léegi sa directeur si ñi fa nekk nekkoon ak fa nekk leen di ewu suba sax wax leen pour ñoom ñu ñëw def seen liggéey.
Sometimes it happens, directors they sometimes come in the morning, they call them to say, you come and do the job.
You explain about Mariama Silla, a revenue collector.
Nena wax nga mbiri Mariama Silla ki nga xam ne revenue collector la.
waaw dëgg la.
Yes, that's true.
That she was a revenue collector and then collected a lot of money, and then in 2021 traveled to Germany.
Nena moom wax nga ne moom tamit revenue collector la te collect na jël na xaalis bu bëri nena te wax nga ne mujjee bi mu dal di tukki dem Germany.
Waaw bind naa ko ci suma statement.
Yes, I wrote it in my statement.
Can you please tell us more about Mariama Silla?
Nena mbaa mën nga ñu leeral wala nga wax leneen si Mariama Silla pour mu leer.
And the amount that she absconded with.
Ak njëg bi nga xam ne boobu la àndal wala boobu la demee ak moom.
Mariama Silla collector la woon at the market.
She was a collector at the market.
Pour ñi dee fayeku rental si.
For the rental payers.
Waaye bi moo tukki.
When she traveled or when she was traveling.
Moom jëkkëram dafa nekkoon Germany.
Her husband was in Germany.
Mu nekkoon ci benn suñu zone bu mag ci biir marché bi ci biggest zone bi bu ñoo ooyee zone D.
And she was in the biggest zone at the market called Zone D.
The zone boobu benn GTR soo ko fa collecté GTR of 50 leaves.
And there, whenever he collected a GTR of 50 leaves,
at least am for 40,000.
At least there she can be able to have 40,000.
Mom, Bena GTR bubula collect demaleko.
And she collected one GTR and went along with it.
Feyuko.
She did not pay.
Returnuko.
She didn't return it.
Bumotuki.
And when she was traveling, we were not aware.
Do you know the value, the amount that she collected?
Nenanda hamga mom nyata la joton si halis.
Dogo muna ya bopa be hamko si jamono fek book bobu tegout.
You cannot be able to know exactly unless you show it with your eyes.
Hayma renga muna def.
You have to just estimate.
What is the most that she will collect?
Nena nyata nga fogne lolu la muna ame kero wala lolu la collect.
Buñ defé hayma yoyo auditor internal auditor bi.
When we did the calculation with the internal auditors,
ñu ko hayma ci ñeneen fukki junne.
We were just calculating it up to 400,000.
40,000.
That is the list that she would have collected.
Nena lundaw si lo xamne lolu la joton.
Wow.
Si xaalis bu mu jot lundaw la ngeen mëna
li ci gëna bari.
Wow. The more money or the much of it.
Is that the least amount that she would have collected? Because that's what he said initially.
From that GTR.
Nena da lolu mo nek xaalis bo xamne xaalis bu ndaw si lu mu yobu parce que wax nga ko yow sa bopa fi.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, with respect to the GTR, so you do you give the collectors every morning or every week the books that they have to use to go and collect revenue?
Nina GTR books yi nga xamne yoy lañ dé jël pour dem dog duties wala fay joxe gaay ñu dé fay néna kañ nga leen dé jo book yoyu nda bes bu nekk la wala semaine bu nekk.
ñaari façon collection la.
We have two type of collection.
Su fekkee ne daily duty bi la.
If at all the daily duty.
Every day. dañoo am pour collect duty.
They have to go and collect duty.
Meaning ne every day da nga am pour joxe book pour.
Which means every day you need to give them.
Pour ñu dem cover seen zones.
For them to go and cover their zones.
Su fekkee GTR la rek.
If at all it is the GTR.
dafa des ci GTR bi time bu mu jeexee.
It depends on how the GTR whenever it is exhausted.
Su ko defee ñu mun laa jox beneen GTR.
So that we can supply you with another GTR.
Fekk return nga bële.
While it happens that you have returned the other one already.
Now, how do you record this?
And
where do you record this?
Fan nga ko dee bindee ak naka nga ko dee bindee.
Si liggéey boobu.
And that job.
And they am lu ñoo wax CRBR.
We have what we know as CRBR.
benn si yooyu
One of those,
moo nekk nii
that's the one I'm having here.
dañ dee wone si book si cover bi ne from this date
And on top of the cover, it is shown that from this date
ba to that date
to that date,
ne book yu ma joxe fii laa ko doon joxe.
that means the books I was supplying them through here.
bii mooy bu daily collection bi.
And this one is the daily collection.
bii mooy GTR pour GTR bi.
This one is for the GTR.
bii mooy GTR cashiers yi ma dee jox cashiers yi.
This one is for the GTR that I used to issue to the cashiers.
pour ñuy def seen receipts si cash books si collectors.
So that they can make records on their cash books.
Very well. Now, may I please see those three? When they submit the exhausted GTR or ticket books, do you also record it here?
Nena book yo xamne dañ dem beje ba ñu ñew delo la ko nena nda bobu tamit dang ko dé bindé fofu.
su fekkee ne monthly bi la daily bi la.
If at all that of daily.
monthly collectors yi la ak daily bi.
Monthly collection and daily collectors.
suñ ko retourné di nga gis column boo xam ne foofu ñu ngi fa def return date.
Whenever it is written, there is a column. If you see, it is just written there, return date.
Do you have instances where they don't return the exhausted tickets or GTRs?
Nenda dangre am faso yo hamne dunde delo wala dundelo lo hamne dafa jesi GTR.
Si Mariama Silla rek la ko amé.
I only have that. It occurs on Mariama Silla only.
Who is Mariama Silla?
Nena kan moy Mariama Silla.
Moy kim ko don experience legi travel to Germany, one of our collectors with the GTR.
Is the collector whom I was just explaining who traveled to Germany with the GTR.
Are there questions for the witness, Mustapha John?
Yes. Mr. John, you said Umi, one of the collectors, used to withhold revenue for up to 10 days.
Dina wanga fine bena kasia kunyewa Umi defde ame halis lu dembe fukki fan ci loxo am.
Yes. We have the cashier's banking details for Yasin Jom.
Nena
This
am
is
nañ
an exhibit now.
Nena am nañ banking details bi nga xamne bobu bu Yasin Jom la te bobu fu mu ni dugal nañ ko nek na serende ci commission bi.
Now, who maintains this cashier's banking details?
Nena cashier's banking details kan moko day amé
Man dama de amé bi man mako amé man mako amé sama bop.
I used to have them, and this one I'm having it for myself.
Why Director of Finance vitamin.
Let me ask you the question now.
Nena legi haram mo laaj.
If you were the one that does the collections, because you've taken us through what it means.
Nena su fekkee ne yow yaa def collection bi soo ko seetee because lii wone na le mbir mi nu mu mel.
Now, looking at what you have,
Nena soo seetee yow sa boppa li nga amee.
it means you are in the know when somebody doesn't come in to make entries to show you and give you proof that they have gone to the field, they have collected revenue, so that you can have those entries in the book.
Nena loolu yow
correct?
pour nga mën a xam ko kooku da ku nga xam ne moo dem def collection bi kooku moo war a ñëw pour woon la def na collection bi ak ñaata la am si collection bi pour nga mën a koo enda.
Correction, the different correction, different living, it's a different thing.
It's a different thing.
Because if a collector will a cash book and la enter.
If I told the collector whenever he came, he'll enter it in his cash book.
So if I can daily collector will tamit should look for you enter collection boom collect she cash book be.
If I told it is a daily collector, whenever he collect already, he'll come and enter his collection in his cash book.
So Mr. John, maybe you did not get my question. What I'm trying to ask is that you have a system that could enable you know which collector is not transmitting the revenue that is collected, because you have put in place a system that will enable you to track it. Is that not correct?
System bi nga def bobu nekk na système boo xam ne boobu mun na boobu dina la jàppale pour won la pour nga yëg ban collector moo ñëw def submission am bi ak kan moo ñëw def submission am bi.
So if Umi has to stay for 10 days without submitting,
nee na Umi léegi su demee ba toog ba fukki fan te deful submission.
Don't you think it's part of your responsibility for that to have happened?
Nena fogulo ne lolu mom sa warugal la wala sa warugal la pour nga gis ne lolu wata am.
In not finding out and making sure that they submit what they need to submit.
Nena te
as their supervisor.
Feka yow deflo sa gis wala sa set bi pour nga xamne mom defut li mu war li nga xamne war nako def. Te yow yaay supervisor bi lolu moy sa warugal fofu. Yes, what you have said is true.
Why lima amé nonu? But moy data bu ma amé nonu.
But this data that I'm having,
same data bobu la director of finance be use.
That data is the data that the director of finance is using.
Ki nga xamné man tam mo nek sama boss.
And he is my boss.
Because more they dictate how to bank.
And he's the one who dictates how the way we
Mr. John,
bank.
we are not talking about the banking. It's about receiving the money so that you have evidence that the staff under you have done their job. That is the question.
Affaire yobu xaalis banque wala banque ne nee na lu ñëw fi mooy sa diggante ak sa collecteur si pour nga gis ne wala nga xam ne dëgg la collecteur bi is na xaalis bi dugal na xaalis.
Waaw loolu suma responsibility la te dama ko dee mën a xam si lu ko.
That is my responsibility, and I used to know exactly who does or who does not.
Thank you. Then my second question is on the issue of the tariffs.
Nee na ñaareel bi mooy lu mooy laajte si kaw tarif bi.
Yes, let the registrar give you the tariff that we have admitted in evidence.
Léegi la ñu registrar bi mu jox la tarif bi nga xam ne léegi boobu lañ dugal.
Si flash mo leen jox noonu.
Please tell us.
Si flash mo leen jox.
That flash that I have given to the commission.
Foofu la register bi nekk.
There you have the register.
Register bi is a complete register.
And it is a complete register.
Nala one shop, each and every shop.
That register will show you each and every shop.
Ñaata la fay.
How much they pay.
Loolu yëpp mu ngi ci register boobu.
It's all in that register.
Moo la jox si flash bi.
That I give you on the flash.
Just take a look at this, the Royal Albert Market sub-rental tariffs.
Nee na mu ngi seet Albert Market sub-rental tariff nga xool ko.
Yes, that page.
Nee na kayit boobu noonu waaw.
I have also noted the sub-register. What it contains. The detailed format. I have seen that.
Ak detailed format lu mu amee moom gis na loolu.
Yes, but for this list that you have submitted.
Nee na waaye list bi nga xam ne boobu nga dugal léegi nii.
I don't seem to understand what the amounts are and they are for what.
Nena fofa mom da lu fa neka mënu ko understand njegi ak pour lan la.
bitig yi fa amé
These shops that here,
different sizes la.
they are of different sizes.
Is that contained in that list that you gave to
Nena
us?
nda lolu mu ngi ci liste bi nga xamne bobu nga joxe won.
Parce que man dimension bobu works and service tam ñoko dé amé the engineers.
For the dimensions, I don't have them. It's only the engineers who got the dimensions.
Council engineers ñom ñoko dé amé.
They are the council engineers who used to have them.
No, my issue is that with that document, the person that doesn't know the Banjul market, can the person readily understand what the 250 is, what the 650 is? From that document?
Mom lu mu min ci kayit bobu moy nit ko me for instance nit ko xamne xamut Banjul xamut marché bi nga jox ko kayit bi nda dina mëna understand lu fa nekk moy 250 650 mëna dina mëna xam lolu pour lan la wala pour lan la woné.
Because it's not stating anything, it's just indicating an amount of money.
Nena because lolu woné dara wala waxut ben mbir nena lu mu woné fofu moy xaliss bi nga xamne bobu fa nekk waye woné dara pour nit mëna understand.
Wa légui man ma ngay laajé kam naka la bëgg ma adjusté ko parce que dafa né adjustment la ni.
You were trying to explain that in the flash drive that you have, it's a detailed,
Of
it's the
this.
detailed register.
Nena wax nga ne flash drive bi bu nga amé register details.
So in that detailed register, it has all the cost of the zone in which the shops are, the monthly rental fee,
Exactly.
and the size of the shop.
No, this size is not
Wanga
there.
fi ne register bobu mu ngi amé lepp moy boutique bi fu mu taxaw ak ñaata la day fay ak size boutique bi.
Amna li nga wax yeb ben def size bi.
Yes, it contain all except the size.
So how do you differentiate the different types of size, the different shops?
Nena kon shops yoy nga xamne yoy fu mo fa nek naka nga leen
In the register
differentiate
that you are submitting to us.
si register bi nga xamne bobu nga leen jox.
So that when I see 250, I will understand that it's a small one. When I see 1,000, I will know that it's the largest, not the medium.
Légui su gisé 250 na xamne bi moy bu ndaw su gisé 1,000 wala 5,000 na xamne bi moy bu mag bi. Naka la mo xamé ci lolu?
Wa lolu council ñoo fail si register is provided by council.
That is a failure from council, from the register that they have provided.
Lolu tax defin fa lolu.
This is why that we are not there.
So
There is not my standard.
Yes, so do you think it is part of your responsibility to be able to proffer recommendations so that you can have this imputed in a system where when you, at a click, you will be able to know exactly. So that you will avoid the possibility of fraud, because the rental revenue that is collected monthly, a collector can go and collect 1,000 and come and write 250. Is that not possible?
Wow, it's possible because
Yes, it's possible because there are many shops.
Thank you, Mr. John.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
In connection with the stalls and the short canteens, can you provide a list of all the canteens and their categorization?
Munga provide list bi nga xamne canteen yi fa nek yep ak sen categorization naka lañ mel.
Like for 150 how many, 250 how many?
Yi nga xamne 150 ñaata la bi nga xamne 250 ñaata canteens la.
With that information you will be able to give an assessment of the total number of stalls and the amount to be collected.
Neena ci kaw lolu bo ñom mën nañ joxe wala mën nañ xam ñaata canteens ñoo fa nek ak canteen mu nek ñaata la def fi xaliss bi yeb ñaata la.
Good question la.
That's a good question.
Parce que sur last budgeting bi.
Because our last budgeting.
No la defes my input for the market.
That is how I make my input for the market.
I classify.
I classify them.
225 by 100, so for example.
225 by 100, for instance.
300 by 500 shops maybe.
300 by 500 shops.
That's how I do it in the budget.
That is how I do it in the budget.
I can provide that.
I can provide
as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Just ask the last question. Now, for what you have in the flash drive, we will look at it.
Nena li nga amee si flash drive bi
Is
nañ ko
that
seet.
the updated register?
Nena pour ñu seet naa loolu dina nekk updated register la.
Yes, because we have seen the register which has from 2018.
Nena gis nañ register bi nga xam ne jógee ko 2018.
And I believe that the register is supposed to be a progressive register.
te foog naa ne
Changes
register
as you
boobu
change the cost of the different.
boobu dina nekk progressive register bi nga
Rental fees.
xam ne dina change njëg yi nga xam ne yëpp yi nga xam ne yooyu lañ dee fay mooy rental fees.
Do you have that?
Nena am nga boobu. No.
Understand what?
I don't understand exactly.
What I mean is that in the flash that you have submitted, which
Nena-
we have admitted in evidence,
Flash bi nga xam ne
is it the
joxe nga ko
updated- is it the updated version?
So this flash is up to 2023.
The flash is up to 2023.
That is what I was asking for.
Nena
Because,
loolu la nekk.
because in December, in January 2023, switch to digital. So it's the updated one.
Very well.
Thank you, Mr. John.
Thank you,
Council?
ma'am.
Yes.
That's all for this witness. We want to ask you, Mr. John, just two questions. The first is your cashier. Do you guys have a very specific bank that you deposit the collections to?
Nena ka seen cashier bi wala sa cashier bi ndax da nga am banque sa boobu seen banque boobu mi nga xam ne foofu ngeen dee dugal xaalis bi nga xam ne foofu ngeen dee teg xaalis.
Or is it various bank accounts?
wala dafa nekk ay bank account yu bëri yu sakkan yu bëri yu bokkut.
Well, li xew mooy foofu ni fa dee liggéeyee mooy during Umijan's time.
It happens that during Umi Jain's time,
Trust Bank leen doon banque.
we are banking at Trust Bank.
waaye am na période yoo xam ne fanaa during Yasin's time.
But there was a period, and I hope it was Yasin's time.
Sometimes they switch.
Sometimes they do switch.
Depending ci banque bu gaay dem bi moo dama mun naa remember ne am na période boo xam ne dama neen FIB I think.
Depending on the bank they choose, and I can remember the last time it was a bank.
am na time boo xam ne Supersonic.
Supersonic.
That they depend ci management fan la ñu jox pour ñu bank the money.
It depends on the instructions from the management where we are instructed to make banking.
waaye most of our bankings moom is Trust Bank.
But most of our banking is at the Trust Bank.
Thank you. The last issue is you have a bank account?
Nena yow sa bopp am nga bank account.
waaw at Trust Bank.
Yes, with Trust Bank.
How many accounts?
Ñaata accounts?
Just one.
Just one.
Okay, we want you to provide us with your financial statement
Nena day buga moy soy ñëwaat nga isuwaale sa financial statement.
from 2018.
Jóge ko 2018.
waaw loolu jërëjëf isi woon naa benn sax time investigations dama doon ooyee waaye naa jëlaat another one.
Last time I brought one when it was requested by the investigators, but I will do my best to bring another one.
That's all for this witness.
Thank you, Mr. John.
Jërëjëf waay John.
We will call you when we review the documents you have submitted.
Nena suñ
We'll
seetee
call you
kayit yi
back.
nga xam ne dugal nga ko fi yëpp ñu seet nañ la oo su fekkee ne am nañ jamono bi nga xam ne pare nañ si loolu.
Thank you.
waaw ba pare secondly lifin boobu dafa am password.
No, I am asking you to wait so that you can go with the registrar to our IT unit to open it, and we download the document that is there and see that everything is in
léegi moom soo jógee fii nañ la wax pour nga xaar
Thank
su
you.
registre bi pare mu ñëw pour nga àndaa moom dem IT bi pour ngeen gis naka la pour nga ubbi ko ñu mën a xam lu fa nekk. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Witness.
Morning.
Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Mr. Witness, in which language do you wish to make your testimony? In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
Wolof, sir.
Wolof. Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
I will swear by the Quran.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Okay, hold the Holy Quran. You face that camera and then repeat after me. I, Alagie Sowe, do swear that I'll speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness for us to proceed.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Sowe.
So, what's the mic? You know, Nakaswazi.
Jamarek.
I'm fine.
Yes, you're speaking in Wolof or in English language?
Can we have him re-sworn since he has opted to be Wolof?
Wolof, very well.
Were you interpreting, Mr.?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Sowe.
So, Nana Nyulando Kare Nakaswazi.
Jamarek, ma'am.
I'm fine.
You are welcome.
Nena Bisimla Nyulando Kare.
Jerejef.
What is your name, your full name?
Nena Saturak Sasanta.
Alagie Sowe.
Alagie Sowe.
Mr. Sowe, you will need to speak into the microphone. You will need to increase your voice, the volume of your voice. You have to be loud enough so that we can hear you. You mind interpreting that, Mr. Bojang?
Very well. Nena Nanga Wachikau Punu Degala.
Wabana.
Thank you.
Your address?
Nena Fodega?
Brikama Nyambai.
Brikama Nyambai.
You have been to school, you can read and write?
Nena Demuga School.
Wow, Demna
Yes.
School.
Munga Bunka Bunda Mininga Jangatamit.
Wow.
Yes.
What is the level of your education?
Nena Sajanga Bifala M.
MDI.
MDI.
ICM certificate.
ICM certificate.
What is ICM?
Nena Sone ICM Lumumin.
International Commercial Management.
International Commercial Management.
Which year?
Nena Ban at
2009.
2009.
Now, you were appointed as revenue collector. Do you have your appointment letter with you?
Nena dañ la jëlal liggéey nga nekk revenue collector mooy ku jël lempo nena mbaa am nga appointment letter.
Wow.
Yes.
May I please see your appointment letter?
Nena mbaa mun nañ ko gis.
Mr. Sowe, you also gave a statement on the 17th of October 2023. Do you recall this?
October bu mu amee fukk ak juróom ñaari fan October nee na da nga joxe woon statement nee na ndax yaa ngi fàttaliku loolu.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
Please go through that statement.
Nee na léegi seetal statement bu ñu la jox noonu.
It has the name of Alagie El Sowe. Is it I Sowe?
Move sa tur mu fa Alagie Sowe.
Wow. A signature.
Ak sa signé bu tamit.
Sowe la.
Sowe.
Is that your statement?
Nee na bii ndaa sa statement la.
Wow.
Yes.
We apply to tender the appointment letter of the witness, Alagie Ismaila Sowe. The date, the letter is 6th of July 2009. And the statement of the witness dated the 17th of October 2023 into evidence as an exhibit.
A letter dated the 6th of July 2009 with reference 1/B.C.C/P/18/S in brackets 114 addressed to Alagie Ismaila Sowe with the subject appointment as a revenue collector. It is signed by the acting chief executive officer. It is copied to the mayor and acting director of finance. The statement dated the 17th of October 2023. And the statement made by the witness dated the 17th of October 2023. These two documents are admitted in evidence as exhibit and they are marked as LGC/B.C.C/AIS/001.
Ask the commission, please. Now, you work as a revenue collector, Mr. Sowe, sorry. In 2018, were you given a cash book?
Nena wangane salige bi moy jël lempo li moy laajte moy na ati 2018 da nga amone sa cash book bopa
2018 fekk maa ngi nekk cashier.
2018 I was a cashier.
Okay. So, were you given a cash book as a cashier?
Nena bi nga nekkon cashier nda dañ la joxone cash book.
Wow.
Yes.
But where is that cash? Because we know you have been subsequently suspended in 2018.
Nena way gis na ne fofu dañ la mujjé suspend ci ati 2018.
Wow, September,
yes, that's correct.
There were allegations of suppression of funds.
Nena boba dañ la tumi wala amna tumi nga amna dañ la tumi ne amna xaliss bu manqué.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you have your suspension letter?
Nena ya nga amé sa suspension letter bi.
Wow, mu ngi fi.
Yes, I do.
Can we please see it?
Nda mun nañ ko gis.
When you were suspended, did you return your cash book?
Nena bu ñu la suspendé nda da nga delloo woon sa cash book.
Wow.
Yes.
Who did you hand the cash book over to?
Nena cash book kan nga ko joxoon si loxo kan nga ko doon jox.
Hand over bi ñaari nit mo fa teew woon.
At the hand over, 2 people were present.
Three.
3 people were present.
Yes.
The director of audit, Mr. A.B.E.
The director of audit, A.B.E.
and Ibu Drame on the finance. I couldn't take over Umi Jai.
And the person to take over, that is Umi Jai.
So you hand over to Jai, Miss Jai.
Yes. Kon yow si Miss Jai nga hanover defon sa handing over.
Mrs. Jai, wow.
Yes.
Did you? The letter says you have to do a proper handover. Did you prepare a handover note?
Nena letter bi lu mo wona moy pour nga bind lepp li nga xamne lolu nga wara jégali. Nena nda def nga won lolu.
Wow, defon nañ like the GTRs yep binon nañ ko.
Yes, it was written, all the GTRs were written.
According to the sequence.
You have it with you here?
Yeah, they are here.
Yes, I got them. They are all with me here.
Can you please see?
GTRs. Legi ni moy items yu nekk ci office.
Mr. Ndao.
Yeah, Mr. Ndao.
Sowe, sorry.
Yes, Sowe.
Yes.
This is not a handover note.
Then I'll never hand over note.
These pages are not signed.
I won't go see you.
Don't worry, we will contact your supervisors then and those involved in relation to how you handed over the office.
We
apply to tender a letter with the subject indefinite suspension addressed to the witness Alagie Ismaila Sowe, the Albert Market cashier at the time, The letter is dated the 5th of September 2018. The Lord Mayor, Director of Admin, Director of Finance, Audit Manager, and Market Manager are all copied in this letter from the Chief Executive Officer into evidence as an exhibit.
A letter dated the 5th of September 2018 with reference 11/B.C.C/P/18/S in brackets 114 addressed to Alagie Ismaila Sowe with the subject indefinite suspension. It is signed for by the Chief Executive Officer. The letter is copied to the Lord Mayor, Director of Admin, Director of Finance, Audit Manager, Market Manager, and a file copy is maintained. This letter is submitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/AIS/002.
Ask the Commission, please. Now, Mr. Sowe, there's a few questions. You will definitely have to come back because it appears you were suspended for a period of time and you traveled to Qatar, you said, correct?
Nena legi lu ñoo def mooy daf laa laajte ay laajte yu néew yi ba pare comme lu taxoon mooy yow bu ñu la suspendé 2018 dafa amoon jamono yu néew te wax nga ne da nga tukki yoon dem Qatar ndaa du dëgg? Wow. Yes.
And we will be requesting your cash book because you said you handed over the cash book to your supervisors
Nena te
and to Yasin.
ci kaw loolu nañ laajte sa cash book bi comme yow sa bopp wax nga ne bu ñu la suspendé sa cash book bi da nga ko jox ki nga xam ne kooku moo jëloon sa place. Waaw Yasin.
Now, the findings were that you were engaged in series of fraudulent activities.
Nena waaye findings bi mooy gis-gis bi lu ñu gis ak lu ñu wax mooy yow daal bu nekk nga ko xam ne bokka nga si ñoo xam ne wala bokka nga si loo xam ne mooy ay tappale bu mag bi nga xam ne mu ngi woon di dox foofu.
The internal audit department in 2018 discovered an amount of $172,000 that you did not deposit into the bank.
Nena te soo seetee internal audit bi nga xam ne ñoo defoon gis-gis boobu nena wax nañ ne 2018 dem na ba 172,000 bi nga xam ne boobu moom kenn xamut naka la demee.
And then you have the National Audit Report 2017-2018, I believe, where there is an issue regarding an amount of $678,540.
Nena te soo seetee national audit tamit ñoom tamit seen gis-gis bi am nañ lu ñu wax si at si 2018 dem na ba $678,540.
Do you recall this?
Nena yaa ngi lay fàttaliku lii.
Waaw maa ngi ko fàttaliku.
Yes, I recall.
The $172,000 that you had an issue with.
Nena $172 bi nga xam ne boobu nekk na si mbir wa.
$172,000.
$172,000.
Why will you collect that kind of revenue and not pay it into the bank?
Nena lu tax ngay jot xaalis bu mel ni boobu te feeloo ko si banque.
Nekku ne feyuma ko si banque bi de.
It doesn't mean that I did not pay to the bank.
Okay.
Audit query la woon.
It was an audit query.
ñu amoon exercise January ba June 6 months audit la.
Please speak into the microphone, increase the volume
Nena
of
nga
your
wax
voice.
si mic bi ba pare nga wax ci kaw nit ñi yëpp mën na la dégg.
Need you to be loud enough.
Nena pour nit ñi yëpp mën na la dégg.
6 months audit la woon.
This was a 6-month period audit.
te bu mu xewee
And when it happens,
daf ñëwoon like month par month.
it came like a month per month.
So ñoom bu ñu audité ba pare
After their audit,
dañ ma war a send draft
they need to send me a draft
because figures yaa fa involved
because it's figures involved.
te ñoom draft bi dama war a ñëw ma identify
And I should come to identify the draft
pour ma vet ko pour seet ndax ñëw account lu ñu ma account fo ndax loolu la wala du loolu.
to vet it and see to it that whether the account they accounted for me is right or not.
Because daf dem yeneen saa mun naa nekk posting error.
Sometimes it happens, it may be a posting error.
Because according to Luma Bank, total number of monies Luma Bank in the month.
Because according to the banking I did, the amount of monies that I have banked in a month,
and total money Luma collect for the month,
and the monies that I collected for the month,
ñoom ñu ne loolu moo dee am difference.
they said that is the differences. The amounts are the differences.
Waaye ba tey.
But still now,
man kenn ñëwul woon ma final report ne lii la am difference.
Nobody have ever came to show me the final report that these are the differences.
They ñëw def seen audit.
They came, they did their audit.
ñu binda lu ñëw binda.
They wrote what they had to write.
ñu dem.
And left.
ma dem ba ci council bi ak suma cash book bi.
I went up to council with my cash book.
pour ma meetante director of audit bi.
So that I can meet the director of audit.
pour won ko ne 172 bi ngeen ma bindal.
To show him that the 172 that they wrote.
dañu war a toog ñu xool draft bi bu jag because man tamit.
We have to sit and check the draft properly because.
am naa deposit slips.
I have deposit slips.
te receipts yaa ngi ci cash book si.
And I have receipts in the cash book.
So difference bi ngeen ma won ni man xaw ma fan la jógee.
So the difference you people are showing me, if you don't tell, I cannot tell where does it come from.
si biir loolu jaabante naa so many times.
During that, I went there for many times.
waaye mënuma def loolu mu succeed.
But that wasn't a success.
So in September.
Then in the month of September.
ma ji suspension letter bi ñëw si man.
I saw a suspension letter was written to me.
But audit report boobu noonu amutoon benn final report to me.
But that audit report does not have any final report to me.
Because si lu ma experience si auditing.
What I experienced on the auditing.
National audit suñ ñëwaan suma office suñ audité dañ ma dee send draft.
Whenever the national audit came to my office, after I'll be sent a draft.
suñ seenee draft bi.
When the draft is sent.
ñun ñu seet ñu verify.
That draft must be we do verify the said draft.
suñ ko verify pare.
After the verification of the draft.
Then audit bi dina war a génnee final report.
Then the audit will have their final report.
ñu ne management mu jël action.
For the management to take action.
waaye man suma case ak ñoom loolu happened.
But for my case with them, this have never happened.
All right. Who was the CEO at the time?
Nena kan mo nekkoon CEO jamono boobu.
Mustapha Bachili.
Mustapha Bachili.
The finance director?
Finance director.
Mr. Abdoulaye Nyang dafa ñëw bi around July moom mu dem then Mr. Cham take over.
Mr. Abdoulaye Nyang was there till July, he left, then Cham take over.
Mohammed Cham.
Mohammed Cham.
And the internal auditor was Mr. Kaur?
Abdoulaye, yes.
Abdoulaye is the internal auditor.
Why even Abdoulaye si boppam defutoon audit bi dafa santaane keneen.
Even Abdoulaye himself did not carry out the audit.
So kooku dafa ñëw mu audit ma rek jox ko moom submit moom lu mu audit si Abdoulaye.
That person came and audited me and after he handed over what he audited to Abdoulaye.
Benn old man la Mr. Manga.
One old man by the name, also named Mr. Manga.
Yes, we will verify your assertions.
Nena yow bo wa mom li nga wa fi yeb nañ ko set.
At the time when you were the cashier,
Nena bi nga xamne boba nga nekkon cashier.
How do you do your banking?
Nena yow sa banking bi naka nga ko doon di def.
The money you collect from the revenue collectors.
Nena xaalis bi nga xamne jot nga ko ci revenue collectors.
What do you do with it?
Lan nga de def ak xaalis bi wala noko de def.
Well, some time revenue collectors suñ ñëwé.
At my time, whenever the revenue collectors came,
ñaari pàcca
two different types.
Dañ am daily collectors.
We have a daily collections
And monthly collectors.
and monthly collectors.
So si début su daily yëpp defee seen payments yi.
All the daily collectors, when they do their payments,
Then they am benn pending payment bu dee ñëw kooku daf dee liggéey guddi night collector la.
we have one pending who used to come at night, and he's a night collector.
So si suba si la dee fay si.
He used to pay in the morning.
So kooku su ñëwee si suba si lañ dee dajale xaalis bi.
Whenever he came in the morning, that is the time we collect all the monies
Then ñu dem bank.
and go for banking.
Waaye banking bi ñaari slip la dee nekka.
But the banking supposed to always be two slips.
Benn bi pour daily revenue bi.
The other slip is for the daily revenue
And for the rent monthly bi.
and for the rent monthly revenue.
So ñaari slip la dee am every day. Or su fekkee ne ki monthly amul benn rek la dee yóbbu.
Every month I have, every day I have 2 banking slips. But if at all the monthly bank doesn't come, then I have to go with one.
Which bank?
Then one bank la.
Time boobu Trust Bank la.
At that time it was Trust Bank.
Because every year then they change bank.
Because every year we do change a bank.
So it is only Trust Bank.
Then a Trust Bank regular one.
2018, yes.
Yes, 2018.
Now, we know sometimes you'll have money in your possession
Nee na xam na ne
for
am na
about 10
jamono
days.
jamono xam yoo xam ne dang dee amee xaalis wala xaalis def dee nekk si yow lu dem ba fukki fan.
Why will you have money in your possession for that long?
Nee na lu tax xaalis bi nekk sa loxo ba jamono boobu lu dem ba fukki fan.
Man suma jamono loolu amutoon.
At my time that have never happened.
What is the most period you will hold the revenue for?
Nee na kon xaalis ñaata nga ko dee ñaata at fan nga ko dee amee.
Benn fan.
Only one day.
1 day.
One day.
Wow.
Okay. All right. That's all for this witness. Madam Chair, we will call Mr. Kaur and verify some of the information because they have his books of accounts going by the evidence of the witness.
Mr. Kaur, do you have the entries as a cashier?
So,
Mr. Sowe, sorry. I beg
Mr. Sow mu ne ndax am nga entry comme cashier lu ñu dee amee entry.
Cash book lañ amee woon.
Cash book, you have the cash book.
I have a cash book. We were having cash book.
We have a cash book.
So please provide us the cash book you had as the cashier at the time.
2018.
Yes.
Nee na léegi cash book boobu lañ soxla bi nga xam ne yaa ngi ko amee woon bi nga nekkoon cashier 28 jóge ko 2018.
During the period you served as cashier.
Nee na mooy jamono bi nga xam ne yaa ngi foofu ko be cashier bi nga dooree ba bi nga génnee cash books yooyu lañ soxla.
Madam Chair, the witness said he handed over the cash book. You interpret?
Very well. Nee na yow moom lu mu ngi wax yow li nga waxoon fii de nee na yow wax nga ne sa cash book boobu noonu bi nga amee woon da nga ko daal di ko jox.
Yeah, he handed over to Yasin.
Yasin mi nga xam ne.
To Umi Jang.
Umi Jang instead
Yes,
of Yasin.
Jang.
Sorry, Umi Jang.
And that he was suspended.
Yeah. Na jamono boobu ñu daal di la suspend.
And when he was suspended, he traveled to Qatar.
Nee na bu ñu la suspendé si jamono boobu nga daal di tukki dem fu ñuy wax Qatar.
Is that your evidence?
Nee na ndax loolu mooy sa kàddu.
Waa diir bu ma tukkee ak Qatar dafa xala yàgga de because buñ ma suspendé 2018 man maa ngi tukki 2021.
It happens the time I was suspended and the time I traveled there was a long interval because I was suspended in 2018 and I traveled in 2021.
Ba tey si suspension boobu laa nekk.
And still date I am under that suspension.
That's not the issue. We are saying from 2018, you handed over. You said in your own evidence.
Nee na lu mooy wax ni sa kàddu la bi nga xam ne yow sa bopp yaa ko wax ne ati 2018 boobu la ñu la suspend bu ñu la suspend si at boobu jamono boobu nga jël book bi xaanoo ba ko ki nga xam ne moom moo nekkoon di jël sa place muy Umi.
Waaw xaanoo woon naa ko cash books. xaanoo woon naa ko GTRs ak suma bank slips yëpp.
over the cash book GTR the pay slips.
Thank you, Mr. Sowe, for the clarity. Thank you, Council.
Thank you.
Mr. Sowe, you're discharged, but we will let you know when your supposed to come back.
nee na fu mu ne nii nañ la bàyyeegum
And
waaye
thank you for coming.
suñ la soxlaatee temps bi nga xam ne dañ lay soxla nañ la yëgal dégg nga.
baax na jërëjëf
jërëjëf sa ñëwaay bi.
jërëjëf.
Mr. Bojan, please call in the next witness.
Very well.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Can you speak into the mic, please? Can you speak into the mic? Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Mr. Witness, in which language do you wish to make your testimony?
I'm not getting you.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
Wolof.
In Wolof. Mr. Boja, you can help him.
Very well.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
nee na da nga bëgg a jël Quran bi nga waat wala da nga ekkati sa loxo nga waat.
What do you want to do? Mr. Bojan, can you make that clear for him? What does he want
yow
to do?
da ngaa dégg lu ñuy wax ma ne.
No, it's not clear.
ah.
It's not clear with me.
nee na jullit nga ne waaw. léegi mu ngi laa laajte ban option nga jël ndax da ngaa jël Quran bi nga téye ko nga waat wala da nga ekkati sa loxo nga waat. Very well, I'm ready to hold the Quran and take oath.
Madam Witness, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Hold the Holy Quran.
Téye ko sa
Hold
loxo.
it. Come and stand here and then hold the Holy Quran. And then repeat after me.
nee na lu ma wax nga wax ko waxal man.
Man.
Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr.
Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr.
Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr.
Do swear that.
ma ngi waat ne.
Dama waat ne.
I'll speak the truth.
naa wax dëgg.
Dama wax dëgg.
The whole truth.
dëgg rek.
Dëgg rek.
And nothing but the truth.
du ma wax dara lu dul dëgg.
Wax lu dul dëgg.
So help me God.
suma diggante yàlla.
So yàlla jàppale ma.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sarr.
Sarr ñu ne ña xam bëccëg bi ñu ngi laa nuyu.
waaw maa ngi leen a fay.
alhamdulilah am fine.
You are welcome, Mr. Sarr.
nee na ñu ngi laa ndokkale bisimilah si commission bi.
jërëjëf jërëjëf alhamdulilah.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Sarr.
Sarr nee na naka bëccëg bi.
alhamdulilah sant yàlla.
am fine.
Please state your full name.
nee na sa tur ak sa sant.
Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr.
Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr.
What's your address?
Odega,
Banjul 34 Lancaster Street.
Banjul, 34 Lancaster Street.
Mr. Sarr will require you to speak into the mic. It's loud, but not into the mic.
Nena dañu bëgg nu may waxee yow tamit nga waxee noonu nit ñi dégg la te sooy wax nga wax si microphone bi pour ñu mën a laa dégg dégg nga.
Okay.
What is your level of education?
Nena sa jànga bi foo door ak fan nga em.
Grade 9.
Grade 9.
Do you still work for B.C.C?
Nena ba léegi yaa ngi liggéey B.C.C.
Wow.
Yes.
When were you appointed?
Nena kañ lañ la jëloon foofu liggéey.
2019.
2019.
How were you appointed?
Nena naka lañ la jëloon liggéey bi.
Well, dafa am kuma approach on concerning
Mr. Sarr, please speak into the mic.
dafa am kuma waxoon ne ma pour ma apply.
Somebody told me to apply.
Who is this somebody?
Nena soo ne am na ku ma wax mu ne koy kan.
Waaw fàtte naa exactly kan la de.
I cannot remember the name exactly.
Is he or she a member of the council?
Nena góor la wala jigéen la da kooku bokk na si liggéeykati council.
Góor la.
Is a man.
A council member?
Nena mu ngi liggéey council wala déet.
Wow.
Yes.
Council la moo nekk.
Yes, he was working for council.
What is the name?
Nena naka la tudda.
Wow, dama fàtte exactly kan la.
I cannot remember exactly who was it.
What was his position?
Nena position bi mooy lan.
Comme man as what or moom position am.
The person who informed you about the post.
Nena ki nga xam ne kooku moo la waxoon mbir boobu nena ne liggéey am na foofu nena kooku lan mooy liggéeyam.
Waaw moo tax ma ne dama fàtte exactly kan la woon.
I cannot remember who the person was.
Now, do you have your application letter?
Nena am nga sa application letter.
Application letter bi no man amoon the copy.
No, I didn't. I don't have a copy.
But you've applied.
Yeah, I bind nga woon.
Apply on na.
Yes, of which I did.
You can kindly note down that you have to produce a copy of your application letter.
Nena léegi nga def sa kattan pour nga gis ne ñu mun a am sa application letter bi.
Do you have your appointment letter?
Nena am nga sa appointment letter.
Waaw maa ngi ko amee.
Yes, I do.
Were you confirmed?
Nena am def nañ la confirmation.
Wow.
Yes.
You have your confirmation with you?
Am nga sa confirmation letter.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
Now you also be shown your statement. You remember making a statement?
Nena mba fàttaliku nga ne mus nga joxe statement fii si investigators yi.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
You'll be shown your statement. You kindly go through it, look at the details and
Nena
the
léegi
signature.
danañ la woon sa statement boobu nga dal di ko seet soo ko ràññee nga wax ñu naa boobu la wala déet ak sa signature bi.
Was that the statement you made with the investigators?
Nena mbaa bi sa statement la woon bi nga xam ne joxe nga ko si investigators yi.
Li ma laaj leerut ak man de.
Mr. Sarr, was that the statement you made with the
Nena
investigators?
bi daa sa statement la wala déet.
Waaw moom lay gis ni.
This was the one that was obtained
This is my
from
statement
you.
from me. Yes, this is my statement.
Please, let's have the appointment letter, the confirmation letter.
Nena nañ am sa appointment ak confirmation letter.
Confirmation letter, please.
It seems I didn't. Foog naa issue ma boobu noonu.
I think I don't come along with it.
Which one of the documents
Nena
did you not
ban
bring?
document nga wax ne waaye ban lettre nga wax ne ñëwuloo amoo. Confirmation.
But you're sure you were confirmed?
Nena waaye gom nga ne dañ la confirm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
You can also note it down to provide the confirmation letter as well.
Nena boobu tam nga bind ko pour nga bañ a fàtte pour nga isi ñu sa confirmation letter.
Madam Chair, we apply to tender the statement of the witness, Mr. A.B.E. Sarr, dated 6th day of December 2024, and letter of appointment as a revenue collector dated the 23rd January 2019, addressed to the witness Mr. Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr, signed by the CEO, copied Lord Mayor, Admin Manager, Acting Director of Finance, Audit Manager, all into evidence as an exhibit.
The statement of the witness dated the 6th of December 2024 and a letter dated the 23rd of January 2019 with reference to /BCC/P/18/S in brackets 163 addressed to Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr, and it has the subject appointment as a revenue collector. It is signed by the CEO. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, Admin Manager, Acting Director of Finance, Audit Manager, and a file copy is maintained. These two documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/MABES/001.
As the commission pleases. Mr. Sarr, you are a revenue collector. Could you tell the commission what type of revenue do you normally collect?
Nena wangane yaw tamit revenue collector la nda legi pour nga leral ñu yaw ci ban fatna revenue nga nekkon di collect.
Waaw ñun ñoo den
waxal ci kaw.
ñun ñoo nekk di collect ci businessmen yi nekk ci diggante Bokul, Liman, Wellington, Hagan.
We were the people who used to collect from the businessmen within the streets of Hagan,
Lehman
Street,
Wellington
Street,
so and so.
And that zone, which zone is that?
Banzola.
Well, lolu zone yi danaka half day la gëna nekk.
That's zone, half day zone.
And how many of you were collecting trade license from that zone?
Nena yan ñaata nga nekkon di collect trade license ci zone bobu.
Waaw dañ ko defaral day hatch.
We used to divide ourselves, separate ourselves.
Okay. You in person, how many collection or how many businesses do you normally collect from?
Nena yow ñaata businessmen nga wala ñaata business nga de dal di collect sen lempo?
No, do you am number legi because of the neck open.
Mr. Sarr,
we did
again.
not have numbers, it's open.
Mr. Sarr, again, please speak into the mic and louder.
Nena nga wasi mic bi mu leer pour nga wax ci kaw tamit.
Now, do you have the assessment for the business or the zone you personally collect in?
Nena nda am nga assessment si place bi xamne wala ay boutique yo xamne yow fofu nga de jël lempo am nga assessment form.
Wow, léegi du nekk ne comme dang de specialize si benn place.
Yes, but it doesn't mean that we are specialized in one place.
You rotate.
Nena da ngeen de rotate.
Dañ mën a rotate, wow.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, how often do you go to internal audit for auditing?
Nena kañ nga de dem auditing si internal audit?
After your collection.
Bi nga jotee collection ba pare wala bi nga jëlee lempo ba pare?
Waaw ñun suñ collecté dañ de dem si auditing.
Whenever we do collect, we go for auditing.
And how often is this?
Nena li mooy kañ ak kañ?
Saa yoo amee collection rek.
Anytime you have collected.
Could it be every day or once a week or twice a week?
Nena bés bu nekk la wala ñaar si semaine wala ñetta yoon si semaine?
No, so collected normally so close da nga war a dem ñu audit la.
Normally whenever you do collect and after collection when you close you are entitled to be audited.
Okay. Do you have your cash book from 2019 to 2023?
Nena am nga sa cash book jóge ko 2019 ba 2023.
waaw maa ngi fi am ñaar because.
Yes, I have two because
yeneen ñaar yi gisuma ko.
the other two, I don't see them.
The other two what?
There's nowhere to be found. I don't see them.
Where did you put these two books?
Nee na ñaar yooyu foo ko tegoon ñaari book yooyu.
non da nga ko def faral day joxe. yow du nekk sa loxo.
I used to give them whenever they are requested.
Okay. So which of the cash books are you having right now?
Nee na raa fu mu ne nii ñaata cash book yi nga amee kañ ak kañ bu kañ ak kañ.
2021 2022.
2021 2022.
Where is your cash book for 2019 and 2020?
Ana sa cash book 2019 2020.
war naa nekk si office bi foofu.
It must be in the office they are in.
Who did you give it to?
Nee na foo ko si kan nga ko joxoon.
cash books yi dañ dee rotate.
The cash book do rotate.
Yes, but you will still know where it is at.
Nee na waaye ba léegi mun nga xam si kan la nekk.
waaw because daf doon mën a nekk accounts.
It could be in accounts.
But if you made a payment and you have to be receipted, you will know where to locate your cash book.
Nee na waaye soo defee fay ñu jox la receipt yow xam nga fi ngay gis sa cash book bi.
waaw léegi-léegi da ngaa dem fii doo ko fa fekka. nga dem feneen
sometimes you cannot find it there and doo ko fekka.
So how did you get your 2021 and 2022 books?
Nee na léegi 2021 ak 2022 boobu noo ko gisee wala noo ko amee woon.
waaw dama am ku ma laaj foofu noonu ma ne ko dama soxla suma books yi because dañ ma ko laaj.
Who did you ask?
I asked someone and I said to him that please can I be able to have access to my books because I was asked for it. Nee na kan nga laajte woon.
Keba la.
One Keba.
Keba what?
Keba naka.
No, how much santam na.
I don't know his surname.
Which department is he at?
Nee na Keba ban department la nekk.
Accounts.
Accounts.
Okay. Now, what can you say about this 2019 and 2020 cash book?
Nee na léegi la am pour wax wala la am pour wax si 2019 2020 cash book.
Because I believe it's in council.
Nee na te gom nañ ne mu ngi si council.
waaw fa la ma war a nekk.
Yes, it must be there.
And you have to produce it.
Nee na te war nga leen isi fii.
Inshallah.
Do you understand?
Nee na leer na.
Wow.
Yes.
Go to every possible place that it should be, since you said there is no specific custody for these books.
Nee na ba comme yow soo fa wax nga ne amul benn place bi ngay wax ne fale lañ la nekka. Nee na léegi lu war mooy da nga dem def sa kattan ba mun a xam si kan la nekka pour nga jot ko.
And go to every possible department to make sure you get these books. You have to provide them to the commission.
Nee na mooy pour nga dugg di génn par département si yëpp ba mun a gis ne book yooyu teg nga salo si yoon pour nga isi ko si commission bi fii.
waaw baax na inshallah.
That's good, I'll do that.
Okay, before we even move from that, when you understand that the book is nowhere to be seen, as you stated, did you complain to anyone?
Nee na balaa ñu romba foofu dafa bëgg nga leeral bi nga demee gisuloo ñaari book yooyu nee na ndax am nga fi nga dem nga wax ko yëgal ko ne waaye book yooyu gisuma leen.
déedéet jotuma koo complain.
No, I did not make a complaint.
And since when was this?
Nee na depuis kañ.
mooy bi ma gaay ooyee fii nii.
Now this is the time when I was called here in.
by the security.
At the security.
And this is in 2024?
Nee na lii mooy daaw 2024.
dégguma la.
Daaw 2024.
waaw bu ma ooyee.
That's correct, yes, when I was called.
From 2019, 2020, you did not look for your books?
Nee na 2019 2020 booba nekkuloon di seet wala seetloon sa books.
Until 2024?
Ba ati 2024.
waaw because gars yi dañ ko dee amee foofu noonu.
Yes, they used to have them there.
Okay, you can note it down. The book you need to provide the books. Okay.
Nee na nga bind ko pour nga bañ a fàtte ne book yooyu tamit cash books yooyu da nga dafa war a ñëw da nga leen war a isi.
Can we have the 2 cash books you're having?
Nee na ndax mën nañu am sa ñaari cash books yi nga waxee ne yaa ngi ko amee.
Mr. Sarr, we were made to understand that the collection begins for trade license in February. Your 2021 book starts in March. Do you have an explanation to that?
Nena ñun lu ñu xam mooy trade license bi ngeen dooree commencé weeri February la nee na waaye yow sa book bi fu mu woonee mooy March la door nee na ndax am nga lu ñu bëgg a leeral si loolu.
waaw mënuma fàttale ko exactly sax mu door March waaye li ma mun a wax mooy ñaareel suñ dee door liggéey dafa am ñu dee njëkk a door soo xëj na mun na am xëj na telumaa door mu nekkal loolu.
I don't know exactly, and I can't remember exactly at what time or which month I started. But before, when they give you the work, before you start, you need to do something. But I can't tell exactly when did I start recording.
Yes, I am telling you, started recording in March.
Nena legi mungla wax ne March 21 nga door di ko record. Mungla yegal lolo.
Wow.
Yes.
Why?
Nena lota?
Mom la wax man xëj na am na ñu ma njëkk a door January, February, so su ma dooree March time boobu lay door liggéey.
As I said, maybe some people started before me because I may start work at March.
In 2021, you start work in March.
Nena at 2021, March nga dooron di liggéey.
In February, you were not working?
Nena weer February nekkuloon di liggéey wala?
Waaw ñun suñ liggéey bi.
Our work.
Dang dee mën a xaar bañ la demal si field bi.
You need to wait until you go to the field.
Then after yow nga soog a toppa tànk yooyu noonu.
So that you can follow them and learn the know-how or how to do it.
I beg your pardon, what?
Nena loo waxoon.
dégguma la de.
mu ne li nga wax laa bëgg nga waxaat ko. mu ne
dañ la dee jiitu si field bi defal la invoice.
They will first go to make the invoice.
Then after yow nga soog a toppa seen tànk yi.
When after they prepare the invoice, then you follow them to start your collection.
Okay. Madam Chair, we apply to tender the witness cash book, Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr, for the year 2021 and 2022 into evidence as an exhibit.
Now, Mr. Sarr, we have been told by one of the collectors here from the council that generally the month of January is used by the council for the service of demand notes. And after that, the collectors will go into the field. So, is that a general norm or is there an exception that some of you will wait till March to go to the field for collection? Or you do it individually at your own time and at your own pace?
Then I'm not going to mo la njëkk fi waaye moom lu mu wax mooy dafa am ni ngeen di liggéey mooy jógee ko January boobu dafa nekk loo xam ne dañoo dem di liggéey ay invoice nee na su ñooñu suñ paree ngeen daal di leen di toppa pour def seen collection bi nee na waaye moom si wane am bi moom dafa mel ni January la ñooñu di ko January bi ngeen lay def loolu da nga gis ne February ngeen door seen collection bi waaye yow sa bos won na ne yow March nga door di def collection bi léegi lu mooy laajte mooy ndaa yéen noonu ngeen ko dee liggéey waaye ku nekk wala dafa nekk ku nekk da nga am sa yoon ni nga koy liggéey.
waaw léegi mun nañoo teel a door waaye comme ni ma la ko waxee rek dañ dee jox ku nekk zone so suñ dooree sa zone yow mun ngaa door dat January suñ dooree keneen February mun naa door February su keneen March mun naa door March so ku nekk time muñ door sa zone rek si nga dee mun a dem.
As I said earlier on, each of us are given a zone, so it depends the time they did this assessment to your zone. So whenever they did, if they do it in January, then you will start work in February. If it is done in February in your zone, then you will start work in March.
Mrs. Sarr, for the 2022, when did you start your collection?
Nena ati 2022. Kañ nga door sa collection bi?
Munuma fatale ko exactly.
I cannot remember exactly.
Why normally?
But normally,
suñ invoice sa zone bi nga nekk rek.
When your zone is invoiced already.
No, Mr. Sowe, I just wanted to know when you started your collection in 2020.
Nena
You have told us in 2021 you started in March. So I just wanted to know when you started in 2022.
Nena dafa buga pour nga
If
wax
you
ko.
cannot recall, that is okay. Let me admit.
Kañ nga door sa collection bi si ati 2022 parce que wax nga ne ati 2021 March nga door. Nena waaye des na tamit de su fekkee ne mënuloo fàttali ko nga wax leen.
No, mënuma fàttali.
I cannot remember.
Thank you. The cash book for trade license maintained by Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr, a collector, who is the witness. This cash book, he started entry on the 29th of March 2021. The cash book for 2022, maintained by the witness, Mustapha A.B.E. Sarr, for trade license. He commenced entry into this cash book on the 22nd of February 2022. These two cash books are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/B.C.C/MABES/002.
As the commission pleases. Mr. Sarr, when you do your revenue collections, what do you do with the revenue that you collected?
Nena léegi soo demee sa liggéey si fiil bi nga daal di def sa collection bi ju fay si xaalis bi nga xam ne fay nañ ko sa loxo yow xaalis boobu noo ko dee def.
danga ko dee war a yóbbu council.
I used to take it to council.
And do you always do this?
Nena waxtu bu nekk nii nga dee defee danga ko dee yóbbu foofu.
dafa war a dem council.
It must be taken to council.
And were you doing that?
Nena ndaa yaa ngoon di def loolu.
waaw am na jamono bu ma ko doon def.
Yes, there was a time I was doing that.
And there was a time you were not doing it.
Nena am na jamono nga xam ne tamit nekkuloon di def loolu.
waaw.
Yes.
And why were you doing that?
Nena lu tax lu ngay def loolu wala defloo woon loolu jamono yooyu.
waaw dafa am si yu ma nekkoon.
I was on something.
Okay, just to be clear on the period I am talking about, in 2021, 2022,
Nena dafa buga pour nga leeral jamono bi nga xam ne def nga ko woon ak defloo ko woon nena nda 2021 wala 2022.
non loolu mu ngi xew.
in 2021, 2022, you suppressed the sum of 324,000.
Nena soo ko seetee jógee ko 2021 ba 2022 nena am na xaalis bi nga xam ne bu manqué sa loxo dem na ba $324,000.
waaw auditor si wax nañ loolu.
Yes.
Mr. Sarr, louder again, please, into the mic.
It was said by the auditors.
Auditors si wax nañ loolu.
The auditors have said that.
Yeah, so why were you suppressing the amount?
Nena lu taxoon xaalis bi di manqué.
time boobu dama ko use woon.
At that time, I used the monies.
And you just earlier mentioned that you're supposed to take it to the cashier.
Nena te wax nga ko woon fii bu yàggut ne xaalis bi nga xam ne fay nañ ko sa loxo danga ko waroon a yóbbu si cashier bi.
waaw.
Yes.
So when you did not take it to the cashier, which means you were not audited during those time.
Nena jamono bi nga xam ne xaalis bi yóbbuloo ko si cashier bi dafa mel ni jamono boobu kenn auditutu la woon.
déedéet.
No.
And was that frequently done by collectors?
Nena ndaa yéen collectors yi loolu ngeen dee def.
non mënuma wax si boobu.
I cannot answer that.
I beg your pardon?
I cannot answer that.
You were not taking the collection money to the cashier.
Nena yow nekkuloon di yóbbu xaalis bi si cashier bi.
Well, there was a time boo xam ne maa ngi doon def loolu.
Yes, as I said, there was a time that I was not doing that.
Now, why are you the only one doing this?
Nena nda yow kenn yaa nekkoon di def lii.
No, xaw ma nag gaa yi ko doon def nag.
I don't know others.
But yours is clear.
Nena waaye sa bos moom leer na.
Of course, yes.
Of course, yes.
And what I want to understand, or what the commissioners will want to know is this 324,000, was it a one-time collection or it was done in bits and pieces?
Nena lumu buga pour nga leeral ñu fi mooy $324,000. Nda xaalis boobu benn yoon la wala dafa nekkoon ay yoon yu néewi?
No, du benn yoon.
No, not at once.
It's an accumulation of different times.
Nena dafa mel ni ay jamono yu bokkut.
Wow.
Yes.
Then which means you're used to doing this.
Nena kon dafa mel ni loolu moom sa tool la danga mi di def loolu.
Ci 2022 bi def naa loolu.
Yes, in the year 2022 I did so.
And in year 2021 as well.
Nena 2021 tamit def nga ko.
I don't think
I did that in 2021.
Yes, it's in 2021, 2022.
Mune waaw depuis 2021 be 2022.
Waaw su ma gisee evidence moom sina ko foguma ne def naa ko 2021.
Yes, if I see the evidence, but I don't think I did that in 2021.
The evidence was shown to you by the investigators and by the auditors, as you earlier mentioned that you were confronted by the auditors.
Nena evidence bi mom isi nañ la ko te leer na te yow sa baba wax nga ko ne auditors yi dañ la ko isi te tamit investigators yi fa nit yëgal nañ la loolu.
Waaw man auditors yi bu ñëwee.
Yes, when the auditors came.
Man 240 la xamoon ne moom la.
I knew at the time is 240.
Then bu ma ko bëggee maa ngi ko doon laaj waaje ne ko naka la nekkee 324.
I was asking him how does it come to this amount 324.
Ndeke dafa fall si 2021 te man xaw ma ne fall na si 2021.
It happens that it have fallen in the year 2021 of which I never knew.
Mr. Sarr, you will not know the actual amount because you're fond of doing or suppressing cats or using it for your personal stuff.
Nena do mëna xam jég bi fu mu tollu parce que loo xam ne yoon bi nga miin la léeg-léeg nga tiba ca waxal fale nga tiba ca waxal fale doo mëna xam ñaata la te doo mëna xam naka la woon.
Wow, no, maa ngi doon note down.
Yes, I was noting it down.
Now, what did you use this money for?
Nena xaalis bi foo ko dugal.
Dama amoon ay soxla yu taxawoon.
I have
different
some
soxla.
emergencies issues that were
what? Sorry?
That were needed to be solved.
That were urgent.
Needed to be solved.
Needed to be solved. Mr. Sarr, on whose permission did you use these funds?
Nena si ndigal kan mo la joon ndigal pour nga mëna doxal xaalis bi.
Kenn joxuma ko.
None. Nobody.
And you know that was wrong.
Nena te yow sa boppa yëg nga ne lii du yoon àndut ak mbir mi.
Dégguma la.
Nena yow sa boppa xam nga woon ne li nga nekkoon di def du yoon jubut.
Dëgg la.
Yes, that's true.
Now, did you pay this 324,000?
Nena laajte bi léegi mooy xaalis boobu mooy 324,000 ndax fay nga ko woon.
No, am na lu ma si jot a fayagum.
Yes, I have just started paying. I paid some amount.
You took this money, 324,000 from year 2021, 2022.
Nena xaalis bi nga xam ne dem na ba 324,000 nena jël nga ko si ati 2021 ak ati 2022 si ñaari at yooyu.
Up to the time, the 6th of December 2024.
Nena ba December bu mu amee juróom benn fan 2024 mooy daaw.
You still haven't paid the 324,000.
Nena ba daaw kero xaalis bi nga xam ne booy 324,000 fayloo ko woon.
So far, how much did you pay out of this 324,000?
Léegi wax nga ne am nga li nga door di fay nena léegi ñaata nga fay si xaalis bi nga xam ne boobu nga amee wi. dem na be 324,000 yow ñaata nga fay ci boobu wala ñaata nga dugal
25,000.
25,000
On whose agreement?
nee na si yaakana waxtaan be mu nangu pour nga fay loolu
waaw
wala kan moo la joon digal pour nga fay 24,000 bi 25,000
dama dem si CEO bi.
I went to the CEO.
Present CEO bi.
This is the present CEO.
ma ne ko man dama bëggoon a fay xaalis bi.
And I said to him that I want to pay these monies.
mu ne ma waa baax na.
He agreed to say yes, that's good.
Mr. Sarr, before mentioning that,
nee na bala nga aga foofu
you personally went to the CEO to tell him you want to pay the money, but council did not ask you to pay the money.
nee na yow sa boppa yaa jóg nga dem si CEO bi daal di ko yëgal ne sa ine mooy pour fay xaalis bi nee na waaye council ñoom wax na pour nga delloo xaalis jàmbur.
council bindoon nañ ma pour affaire yi fay xaalis bi.
Yes, I was written by council about the payment of these said monies.
Do you have the letter?
nee na yaa ngi amee letter boobu.
dama ko misplace.
I misplaced the said letter.
Now you can note it down. You can go back to council and get a copy of that letter.
nee na binde ko soo demee nga daal di delloo si council soo leen waxee ñoom dinañ la jox copie bi nga isi wale ko.
When did you go to the CEO to inform him that you want to pay off the 25,000?
Dina kañ nga demoon si CEO bi pour yëgal ko ne sa ene mooy bi delloo xaalis bi fee 25,000.
man suma boppa bu ñu waxee bindee letter bi dama leen reply yoon ne leen mun naa di fay every month $2,000 du ko dugal.
When I was written by council, I did reply to them by saying that I will be paying to council 2,000 a month per month.
Where is the letter? Where's the response letter?
Nena ana sa letter bo biga tonto.
Give me a copy bi.
I don't see the copy.
I
was having it, but I know I don't see it. But possibly I'm having it.
You can also note that down. And you provide that letter as well. Now, before your meeting with Mr. Bachele regarding the repayment, I'll take you back on your statement, the first page, the last paragraph.
Nena balanga demon si CEO bi moy Mr. Bachele. Nena bala fofa mom dana delo gannaaw si sa statement bi nga xamne wax nga ko si ñaarel paragraphe bi.
Mr. Sarr, before I read that out to you, can you read and all right?
Nena bala mo jangal la lolu daf lay laajte nda kayit suñu la bindé ñu jox la ko mën nga ko jàng.
Mën na ko téye.
Can you read?
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
Okay, you were giving your statement. You can kindly go to first page, last paragraph.
Legi dinañ la jox sa statement nga dem si kayit bu njëkk bi si last paragraph bu fa nekk.
Line 3.
Mooy line 3.
Where it states, the line that says that I made using GTR 117. After that, the paragraph that begins with, the line that begins with, I never submitted the cash. Can you read that out?
Nena nga janga ko ci kaw. Line bi nga xam ne wax nga foofu ne yow musuloo yóbbu xaalis bi pour submit ko.
I never submitted the cash collected.
Yeah, you can read. please. Mr. Sarr?
Yes.
Yes, you can read that out. I never submitted the cash collected.
Sorry, a minute.
Mr. Sarr, you have been told to read that particular line to the end. Are you having a challenge to understand what you have said in your statement?
Nena hana danga tiha puru muna ranye wala hamlinga bindon si kait bi sa statement bi.
Dama real si line bi.
Yes, you can start reading from the first paragraph.
Nena
From the
nga door
first sentence.
Sentence bi nga door fofu.
Yes.
On the issue of missing collecting totaling the 300,000.
No, please read it correctly as it is stated in the statement.
On the issue of missing collecting totaling $324,000 query by National Audit Report of 2021-2022, I can confirm that these are cash collections that I made using GTR 117152, 117150 in 2022. However, I never submitted the cash collected to the cashier of the council as I was using the money for personal matters. I recall that some family members in abroad wanted to support me financially. As a result, I decided to use my cash collection to solve my problems and wanted to refund the monies later. I understand the GTR book 117125/117150 was queried to have gotten lost, but it was never lost because I kept the book with me.
That's fine. That's okay. Now, you've made mention of family members supporting you financially. That's why you used the cash collection in order to refund it.
Nena wangane fi ne amna sambo kay wala ñom sa am di yalla nga xamne dañ la dé jappalé di la support. Li mo taxone nga doxal xaliss bi pour nga gis ne ñoñu suñu la jappalé nga dal di délo xaliss bi.
Wow.
Yes.
So is that what you do all the time? You use the cash you collected when your relatives send you money, then you refund them the monies that you use?
Nena kon dafa melni lolu yoon la bi nga xamne min nga ko toujours so amé lempo dang day jël xaliss lempo di ko lekka wala di ko duggal sa soxla pour sa mbokay suñu la yónnee xaliss nga dal di ko délo.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Now we can move to where you were explaining that you approached the current CEO, Mr. Bacheli, regarding the repayment.
Nena legi dum def dara ludul delo ci sa cadre bi fuñu émon moy yow sa bopa wax nga ne dem nga won ci CEO Bacheli pour wax ko ne buga nga pour fay xaliss bi.
Do Mr. Bacheli, present CEO bi?
It's not Mr. Bacheli, it's the present CEO.
Okay, what's his name?
Nena koku num tudda?
Mr. Jonga.
Mr. Jonga.
Okay.
Madam mit ko ne ko dama bëggona fay door di try di fay affaire xaliss bele.
Yes, as I said, I went and approached him to say now I want to pay the monies.
Mune ma lolu baxna mune ma demal ci Cham.
He said to me, yes, that is good, you can go to Cham.
Who is Cham?
Then I saw the Cham moy kan.
Cham fana moy won acting finance.
I think he was the acting
Director.
finance director.
Okay. So when you went there, what did you do?
Then ma wax ko Cham ne ko CEO bi la waxal le pour affaire payment bi ni affaire xaliss bi.
I then said to him that I was talking to CEO and I informed him of my readiness to pay the monies.
Okay, now how did you pay this 25,000? Was it based on your first proposal as to 2,000 deduction from your salary, or this was a one-time payment?
Nena legi xaliss bobu bi nga wane dugal nga ko lu dembe ñaari fukk ak juroom junni nena halis bobu noko fe won nda 2000 binga buñ la wa pour binga waxe ne dang ko fe halis bu ne wer bu neka nda halis bi dang ko am 25000 bi rek ci ben waxtu nga ñew fe ko
waaw man ma amoon sama 20000.
Yes, I had $20,000.
Then ma amaat beneen 5000.
After I had another 5,000,
ma demal deposit.
I went and make a deposit.
Where did you deposit this one, 25,000?
25,000 before the deposit.
Account number bu ma Cham joxoon.
The account number that was given to me by Mr. Cham.
Before you leave, you can give the account number to the registrar of the commission.
Then bala nga jowe fi nga def sa katan nga jo Mr. Camara account number bi denga.
But do you have the receipts with you?
Nena sa receipt yo yang ko amé.
Payment receipts.
Yes,
Payment
for the
receipts.
20 and for the 5.
Mo ne 25,000 bobu 20 ak 5 bi nda am nga yang am receipt ami.
Man ko amé?
Yes, I do.
You have them here with you?
Nena yang ko amé fi wala?
Man ko amé waaw.
Yes, I do.
Can you please provide the receipts?
Nena nañ ko set ana receipt yo.
Madam Chair, we apply to tender 2 receipts from the witness, a deposit of 20,000 into trust bank account of Banjul City Council, dated the 11th day of October 2024, and receipt of payment of 5,000 to Banjul City Council, Ostend. Okay. Banjul City Council account, dated the 24th day of October 2024, into evidence as an exhibit.
A transaction receipt, which is a cash deposit into Trust Bank. The account name is Banjul City Council Ostend, and the amount is 20,000. This is dated the 11th of October 2024. And the second transaction receipt, which is a cash deposit to the Trust Bank account, which has the account name Banjul City Council Ostend, for the sum of 5,000, and this is deposited on the 20. On the 24th of October 2024. These 2 receipts are admitted in evidence together as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/B.C.C/MABES/003.
Ask the Commission, please. Mr. Sarr, have you ever applied for leave of absence? Mr. Bojang, please.
Yes, please.
Let me repeat the question. Mr. Sarr, have you ever applied for leave of absence?
Ako po, na mus nga apply leave of absence?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
When was this?
Then ali kanya on?
I think March. March.
This was in the month of March.
For how long?
Then Lola, how long?
1 year.
1 year.
And were you paid during this period?
Then I see Jamano na fayna ina won.
Wow.
Yes.
Why did you take the leave of absence?
Then luta nga jël leave of absence.
Dama waroon dem contest elections.
Da nga waroon dem?
Contest.
I wanted to go to contest.
Mr. Sarr, can you please repeat what you just said?
Nena purunga lera lo waxon.
Dama waroon dem election. Contest.
I wanted to go to contest an election.
Thank you. And for this 1 year period, you've been paid for leave of absence with full salary?
Nena bi buñ la ko fay nda dañ la ko fay full salary?
Did it?
No.
How were you paid?
Naka lañ la fay won?
6 months or 7.
6 or 7.
You've been paid for 6 full months salary.
Nena dañ la fay 6 full months salary.
Or 6 straight months. 8 months.
Full salary.
Yeah.
Yes, 6 months full salary.
And when did you resume work?
Nena kañ nga delo ci liggéey bi?
bu ma waroon a dellu dama binoon pour dellu si liggéey bi.
When did you write?
I wanted to go back to work. I wrote to them that I want to return to work.
Then ma joxoon letter bi Mr. Camara.
Then the letter I gave it to Mr. Camara.
And after xam naa ne ndeke deliver wul letter bi.
But after I realized that he did not deliver the letter.
But you have it in your statement that after 2 months, after 2 months of the leave, while you continue receiving your full salary, that's when your manager, Mr. Pamonundao, suggested that you should write to the management.
Nena wa sisa statement bi li nga wax fofu ne bi nga jëlé leave bo pare dem na be ñaari wër ya nga jot salaire bi waaye ki mu dal di la binda nena war nga binda management pour ñu yegg lu xew.
Déedéet dafa ma advice ne ma boy yaa ngi jël leave 1 year.
He advised me to say, boy, you have taken leave for 1 year.
Léegi li nga doon nekk passé na.
And the work you were doing that is over.
Then mun nga bilaat nga ñëwaat door sa liggéey moo gën nga toog.
And you can ride back to come to work. It's better than you staying like that.
Now, when did you resume working at council?
Then I can't get the liggéey bi ci council.
Waaw man dama foogoon na dama toog noonu ndekete lettre bi demut. Mr. Kamara
Mr. Sowe, Mr. Sarr, answer the question. When did you resume back to work at the council? Then you will explain later what you did. But answer, when did you return?
Up to now, I don't return to work.
Now, which year did you take this leave of absence?
Ban at nga jëlon leave of absence?
2023.
This was 2023.
For whole of 2023?
Nena at B.E 2023 B.E liggéey lo.
2023 now.
No.
Till date.
Till date.
All right, so just to reconfirm, were you receiving your full salary from January 1st to January 31st, December 2023?
Nena legi pour leral wax bi moy 2023 joge ko January 1st be December 31st ya nga di jël salary.
January 2023, wow.
Yes.
So it is incorrect when you said you had your full salary for just 6 months.
Nena kon li nga wax dolu taxawut wala lolu amut bi nga waxe ne fi yow juroom ben weer rek la nga fi salary.
Understand my question bobu non.
I don't understand the question.
No, but let me just repeat myself.
For
you to reconfirm.
Understand.
I have asked you whether you have been receiving your full salary from January 1st, 2023 to December 31st, 2023.
Nena lumla laite legi bu yagut mu ne ati 2023 joge ko January bu amé ben fan bekero bu at bi jé December bu mu amé fanweri fan ak bena nena kon at bobu nonu ya ngi di jël salary.
Wow.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you. Yes. Council.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
I guess it's a convenient point to stop. I've been alerted by the controller that it's time for break.
So, Mr. Sarr, we will continue when we come back after the break.
Nena fila nyota hongum wa nañ delo wat suñ paré su break bi jé.
We may rise.